Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. All right, jumping right into things. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And now it's time to get into some business here and make some money. All right, this is for Monday, August the 9th. Right now you're looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The tradable for this will be ticker symbol YM, the mini Dow Jones futures contract. As of Friday's trading, we closed down 21.42 points, down 0.20%. Prices closed lower than they opened. 21 points down, just for the record, is really not a lot, but nevertheless, it closed down. We did have some strong bids going into the close, though. And under the sentiment readings, we do have a positive trend channel that appeared 2 periods ago. However, the swing VIX is above 39, and this is where it usually tops. And we know that the swing VIX leads the market by 3 to 5 days. So we'll have to wait and see what happens if we get a pullback on Monday, leading into Tuesday. We'll have to see. The last signal that we had on the pulse scan was an overbought sell 5 periods ago. And the swing VIX just reached its highest value in the last 14 periods, and that is bullish. The swing VIX has set a new 14-period high, while the securities price has not. That's a bullish divergence. And since the last swing VIX signal, the Dow Jones price has decreased 0.25%, and has ranged from a high of 10,702.99 to a low of 10,515.37. As far as momentum is concerned, the uptrend is still intact, with prices holding above trendline support at 10,255.55. As for trend strength, it's weak and range bound. Prices have ceased trending and have become consolidated at this time. The market has put in a short-term top. This means that the bulls are liquidating long positions and taking some profit off the table. As for trendline retracements, none to speak of at the moment. Our intraday price projections for Monday are as follows. We have resistance at 10,634.20 and support at 10,549.86. I anticipate that prices will stay within that range on Monday. The weekly outlook for price projections, we have resistance at 10,702 and support at 10,347.50. Taking a look 12 to 18 months out, now that we are in a somewhat established bullish trend, it's trying to anyway. If we can get something going here on the bull side, the Dow could go as high as 13,262.91 over the next 12 to 18 months. Current trendline resistance is at 11,258, and current trendline support is at 10,255.55. And of course, all things being equal, if we can get something going here, and we're fortunate enough to make it into a bubble phase, our 24 to 36 month price target is 15,267.83. You can read the rest of that on the blog. As for volatility, we closed below the upper band by 19.1%. And this, combined with the steep uptrend, suggests that the upward trend in prices has a good chance of continuing. However, we could see a short-term pullback inside the volatility bands. As for entry points for Monday, we do have one that we're looking at on the long side, and that will be a buy at 10,676.36, because we do have positive swing VIX with bullish momentum. Our initial profit target will be 11,225.86, and our initial stop loss is at 10,507.70. And nothing on the short side. Short positions for the security are not in play at this time. All right, taking a look here at the diamonds, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF. On Friday, it closed down 19 cents, down 0.18%. Prices closed higher than they opened, with strong bids going into the close. We have a pulse scan reading of 44.95, which is showing an overbought status. And we do have a positive pulse scan with an uptrend channel that's been in existence for 2 periods. And since the swing VIX is above 39, this is where it usually tops. And so we'll have to watch and see. We do have a bullish divergence to speak of, being that the swing VIX just hit a new 14-period high, and the securities price has not. And in addition to that, since the last swing VIX signal, we have decreased in price by 0.25%, and prices have ranged from 107.15 to $105.31 a share. Just like the Dow counterpart, the uptrend is still intact, with prices holding above the trendline support at $100.70. And the trend strength reading is also weak and range bound on this one as well. Intraday price for Monday, we have resistance at 106.41 and support at 105.62. I do believe that the 106.41 price will be violated. Our weekly projections is resistance at 107.15 and support at 103.54. All things being equal, our 12 to 18 month price target is 136.30. Current resistance is at 112.57, and current support is at $100.70. Bubble phase 1, our 24 to 36 month price target is $160.03 an ounce. Again, all things being equal, if the bull trend can be established and continue and strengthen. As for volatility, we closed below the upper band by 18.1%. This suggests that the upward trend in prices has a good chance of continuing after a short-term pullback inside the bands. As for entry points, we do have a positive swing VIX with bullish momentum. Our long entry is at $106.80 a share. Initial profit target 111.92 with a stop loss of 105.23. And as far as any selling short entries, there are no short positions for this security at this time. All right, the S&P 500 is looking like it's in the same position, but when you look at the chart, it looks like it may want to gather some legs and start to run as it breaks out from the upper resistance area of the Kumo cloud. It closed down 46 cents on Friday, down 0.41%. Prices closed higher than they opened, with strong bids going into the close. We do have a pulse scan reading of 44.41 with an uptrend channel and hitting above 39. That is where we usually top out. So we'll be watching this one as well for short-term pullbacks. We do have a bullish divergence on this as well, being that the securities price has not hit a new high while the swing VIX has. The market trend is showing that the uptrend is still intact, with prices holding above trendline support at 104.73, and our trend strength is weak with range bound prices as well. Our intraday price projections for Monday is resistance at 112.19, support at 111.29. Weekly outlook, resistance at 113.11 and support at 108.98. Don't you just hate telephone interruptions? It's especially the telemarketers. Ugh. Anyway, where were we? 12 to 18 month outlook, 156.89 a share. Our long-term trendline resistance is at 122.12 with long-term trendline support at 104.73. If we can hit bubble phase on this one, our 24 to 36 month price target is 191.66. We did close below the upper band by 21.6% as far as volatility, and so we expect the uptrend in prices to continue with a short-term pullback inside the volatility band. And likewise, we do have a positive swing VIX with bullish momentum, and we have an entry price of 112.65 with an initial target of 118.56 and a stop loss of 110.83. And don't forget, too, you can get printouts of this on the blog. So just remember that. All right, short positions for the security are not in play at this time. All right, looking at the NASDAQ 100 ETF QQQ. On Friday, we closed down 7 cents, down 0.15%. Prices closed higher than they opened, with strong bids going into the close. Again, we have a 44.23 reading on the pulse scan, which is above 39, and we are in an uptrend channel, and there's an overbought status as well, so we expect some sort of a pullback. on this one, and likewise we have a bullish divergence. So since the indicator leads price, we'll wait to see if price will catch up with the indicator and break out here. The last swing VIX signal, since that occurred, we have decreased in price 0.38%, and we've ranged from a high of 46.99 to a low of 46.05 for a pretty tight range there. Not even a buck. And again, the uptrend channel is still holding intact with support at $44.52 a share. And we are on the trend strength reading weak and range bound as well, just like the other two indexes. And our intraday price for Monday is $46.67 on resistance. We expect that to be tested and violated. Support at $46.23. We expect that to hold. On the weekly side, we have resistance at $46.72 a share. We expect that to be broken. And support at $45.07. We expect that to hold. Monthly price projections, looking 12 to 18 months out, we have a price target of $62.91 a share if the uptrend can stay intact. Our long-term trendline resistance is currently at $50.65 a share, with long-term trendline support at $44.52 per share. All things being equal, if the bull market can continue and strengthen and hit bubble phase 1, our 24 to 36 month price target will be $75.17 a share. As for volatility, we do expect the uptrend channel to continue, and we also see a short-term pullback inside the bands. And like I said, we did close below the upper band by 18.8%. As for being in play, we do have a positive swing VIX with bullish momentum. Long entry at $46.89. Our initial profit target is $49.75 with a stop of $46.01. And we have no short positions at this time for this security. All right, taking a look now at gold spot. Gold spot on Friday closed up $10.40, up 0.87%. Prices closed higher than they opened, with strong bids going into the close. Under market sentiment readings, we have a pulse scan reading of 14.99. The market pulse is positive since it's trading above its zero signal line, and the pulse scan crossed above the swing VIX, creating an uptrend channel as of 5 periods ago. The last signal was an overbought sell 63 periods ago, and the swing VIX has just reached its highest value in the last 14 periods, so this will be bearish. Since the last swing VIX signal, gold spot's price has increased 2.06%, and it's ranged from a high of 12.1079 to a low of 11.6511. As for momentum, the trend is showing that there is currently no trend reading at this time, and there is currently no trend strength reading at this time. So this market is still consolidated, but it is showing overall more bullish promise than even the stock indexes. And so I would warn on this one. This is one that we're going to have to watch because it looks like it might want to break out. Okay? I'm going to say it like this. Our long-term trend line support right now, just as we're looking at this, our long-term trend line support is strong at 1097.42. Very strong, $1,097.42, strong support. That would be a strong second support. Our strong first support is at $1,117.21 an ounce. I expect those two supports to hold. Okay. I would say that this is going to continue to break out beyond the weekly price projection. The weekly price projection for this week for gold is resistance at 1203.85 and support at 1156.92. I actually expect the support to hold, but I see the resistance point being violated, penetrated, and I do see a close above 1203.85 by the end of the week. So that's something that we're going to have to watch. I do see that. And I see that this market, again, is showing more bullish promise than its S&P 500 and Dow counterpart.